What's up, party people? Yes, I guess this is my first live. Trying to get it together now. Waiting on my host to come. I don't even know how to get people to know that I'm even online, to be honest with you. Um, Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. This is Phil John's V.I.P. Thank you for coming. Um, Again, this is my first live, so I'm hoping that you guys will decide to come and check out what we're talking about. But I'm talking to my sister Jeanette Branch today. I'm going to start a series every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. I'm going to be talking to someone in the industry who has been a very integral part in my development in the industry. And just to check out what they're doing and see how they see what they've been up to. I got a lot of heavy. Philip Kalinsky, I see you, brother. Trust me, you are on the lineup. Trust me, but behave, because I don't trust you. But I wanted to get on early just to test this out, to see if anybody else would come. And if you don't come, that's fine. You could watch it in the playback. That's good. But I'm excited because I got a few people who I have been waiting to share the relationship between them and myself with you all, that I think are just really incredible people. And I feel so blessed to have been in the industry for as long as I have, and have worked in the capacities of not only an actor, but also as a casting director. I'm also have been a writer, and I've directed a few people in different things. So I've been blessed, and I consider myself to be an industry professional. And the one thing I say is that in order to be in this business, man, you gotta love it. Because if you don't love it, it'll eat you alive. And you're gonna have your high moments, and you're gonna have your low moments. You're gonna have moments where you say to yourself, like, "What am I doing this for? Why am I here?" And then there are days where you hear that yes, or you collaborate with somebody and you work on a project, or it could just be somebody that has been in the grind with you throughout the years who finally get their big break, and you're equally as excited about them. I think one of the biggest misconceptions that the general audience has is that by the time you meet these people, whether they're series regulars, whether they're on your favorite show, we have all been in the trenches together for years. I remember back in the day when we were non-equity actors, and we would go down to Actors Equity. I believe it was in the Actors Equity in Times Square. And I remember before everyone joined the Actors Equity Union, there was this one wooden bench that sat in the lobby, and we would rotate on that bench, because it would be equity actors would audition first, then you have EMC, which is equity membership candidates, and then after equity membership candidates, you would have your non-equity members, and we called that little wooden bench the non-equity bench, and we would just rotate, because that shit was hard. So when your ass got sore, you would just hop on the floor, somebody else would hop on the bench, and it was just madness. So to see the growth of my colleagues, and see the growth and what everybody's doing now is just really amazing to me. And again, in this industry, it's not always about what you do, but it's about the community, and I hope to always continue to have that community around me. Once again, I got Phil Kalinsky online. Phil Kalinsky, founder of the Manhattan Monologue Slam. For those who don't know about the Manhattan Monologue Slam, it has been one of the most, back in the day, it was one of the most competitive performance exposure scenes around. And there's a lot of professional actors, some who are probably on your favorite television shows today, who have come through the Manhattan Monologue Slam, man. And it just kind of was training ground zero for a lot of us to go on and continue to do what we do, and continue to do so. The Galinsky brothers have definitely been a driving force within the New York theater scene, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going as time moves forward. I see Nick Joyce, man. So many people, as you come on, like I said, this is my first live. I'm gonna shout you out. Nick Joyce has been a production assistant back in the day when, you know, we were doing little episodes for Intel, and he has the wacky ass sense of humor. Let Jared know that he is on the lineup, Nick. When you see him, Jared Seltzer will be on the lineup. He hasn't gotten an official invitation yet, but it's coming. So let him know that. Trust me. And I got some more people that he may be surprised about coming down the pipe that I want to interview on this Facebook Live. So I guess my guest has now joined me. Jeanette Branch is probably one of this industry's most top stunt women. She's an actress. She's a producer. She really does it all. She's a writer. And once again, you just can't be one thing in this industry. You have to be everything. And she is my big sister in the business. And a lot of things I have the opportunity to run past her. And she always gives solid advice. And she's been in the game for a long time. And she's definitely carved a space out here for herself. So I'm sure some of you know who she is. And if not, may I introduce to others, Miss JJ Branch. Now, hopefully I can get you in, JJ, because I'm this go live with Jay. Let's see. I'm not even sure if I have my volume is up, man. Once again, I'm like, hey!
What's up, brother? What's going on?
I'm not even sure if my volume is up.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you fine. Yeah.
I'm not. So I was just singing your praises and singing your accolades.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And saying how much you've been in the industry for so long, and how you have really carved out a place in the industry. Not only as a stuntwoman for years, but as also a writer, as an actress. And, you know, I don't want to give too much too soon, but there's so much more coming down the line that people have yet to see yet. So your light is continuing to shine and your star is continuing to rise.
Thank
so
you, brother.
how's it going?
Thank you. Thank you. It's going good, man. So first of all, let me just say, I'm busting your cherry. I'm the first one to be on your show. So I'm busting your cherry. Want you all know that. And I'm really, really proud of you for doing this. So, you know, quarantine has really made us step outside of ourselves, but as creatives, man, it allow us to be a little free a little bit. So be creative and to create these situations and, you know, some real honest conversation. Hey, my girl Pumpkin is on. What's up, Pumpkin? What's going on, sis? And so yeah, I mean, so I'm honored to be here. So go on with that pop cherry, brother. Listen.
I'm trying my best. I didn't know where to start or where to begin with this. And again, like I said, like this is kind of like new for me because I am not one to put myself out there like that. You know, it's work. I don't come on the internet just to talk about bullshit. You know, like it has to be intentional. You know, I have to, and not only that, but I enjoy see my light just went off. I don't know what's going on. I enjoy uplifting other people.
Yeah. That's
you know what I mean?
About. So yeah. And speaking of, let me shout out my boy Radical Art. He makes fantastic t-shirts and a whole bunch of other stuff. His name is Pierre. Follow Radical Art.
There we go.
He made the t-shirts for my bridal party. The JJ's I Do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super dope. So follow Mr. Radical Art. So he just joined in. What's up,
Radical
Pierre?
Art. I can wave back at him, right? Or did he?
Yeah, he's super dope, super talented brother. Yeah. You know, got to support our black-owned businesses.
It's crazy. It's crazy because you know we don't realize how we just 1 degree of separation from everyone.
We are. We absolutely
are. You know
what
I mean?
We absolutely are. Yeah.
And that's why I believe you always got to be careful of what you say and who you talk about because you just never know who knows who, or you never know who has a relationship.
We are all connected, and with social media, the world about this big because everybody knows everybody. Even if you don't know someone. Once you start your corresponding back and forth on social media, you feel like you do. I got so many social media friends who I've never met, but I damn near ride for. I've never met in real life. Because of our correspondence on social media.
Or people that I've met once or I know through someone.
Yeah.
that I just appreciate their work, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a difference, and I always tell people that it's a difference between me as an industry professional, being a fan, and just being a colleague who just simply admires and respects your work, right?
Yeah.
Because I want you to know that, like, if you need any assistance, I'm willing to give it to you, especially if I love what you do.
Right.
And
Right.
some things, and even though this is a career for us, some things really isn't about money. Some things is
Oh,
about, like, if
absolutely.
you really believe in the project, or if you believe in the person, you
Yeah.
know, you will just offer your services
Yeah.
to them.
Yep.
So,
Feeling
and
Doc said, two
whoever's
degrees
jumping in,
separation.
thank you
He's
for
right.
jumping
2
in. I
degrees.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, brother.
So what do you, I mean, what's going on with you now? I mean, so are you in LA? Are you in New York? What's going on?
I'm on the East Coast. I'm East Coast northern in it right now. I'm in New York, New Jersey area, and so yeah, I haven't been to LA in a while for me. This has been a while for me, because you know, lived in LA for so long, so I kind of
Yeah.
actually miss LA. But you know, the COVID make me sit my butt down. So if it ain't work
Oh yeah,
related,
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
probably not going. You know what I mean? COVID will make you sit it down. So
What
yeah,
has that
but that's
transition
still
been like
always
for you?
working. I'm sorry, say it again.
What has that transition been like for you?
What with COVID?
From LA back to New York?
It was the right move. Me moving from New York to LA years ago was the right move. Me moving back to the East Coast was the right move. Both of
Yeah.
those moves were the right move. I spent the right amount of time in LA, and me leaving LA when I did was the right thing to do. Just so me moving to LA was the right thing to do. But it's been really good. So when I'm back in New York now, I am the writer, the actress, the producer. And so I am on my retirement line out of Stunt. So LA is known as the Stunt girl. So I'm ready to branch out. Well, I've always been acting the whole time. Even though I was a stunt woman, I was in acting class. Like, I was always doing my thing. Even though I was a stunt woman, I was always writing. And so,
and you know
now
what?
here being in New
Let me
York,
just say this, because I want to acknowledge this. I've said it before, but I want to say it again live into your face.
What?
I've always admired your fearlessness. Always.
Oh, thank you, Phil.
And your fearlessness to me has always been contagious, because you make other people believe that they can do the same thing you can do.
Well, shit, they can.
No, we can't.
Yes, you can.
No,
I
we
believe
can't.
you can.
Not everybody can set themselves on fire.
But listen, okay.
Not everybody ride on back of cars at 80 miles an hour either.
Okay, this is true.
So, but what I'm saying is,
there's other
you
things.
are contagious enough where you would have me think
Yeah.
that I could ride on the back of a car at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah,
You know, it's just that energy that is very infectious. You know,
I grew up in a house with a whole bunch of brothers. Man, I have 9 brothers, and this is the tomboyness in me is overwhelming. Like, I love that I'm a super duper tomboy. I'm a little cute side too, but my husband was saying the same thing earlier about how I just believe I could do anything, and we wasn't talking about physical stuff stunt wise. We were reminiscing on other things that we've gone through and what our plans are future wise. You just be like, let's just go, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it. And my husband is a little more reserved, so he's more like, wait, let's count the money, let's do this, let's calculate this, and if how do we start? And I'm like, let's go. I'm that person. I'm like the happy little puppy dog, just always ready.
That's cool, but you guys balance each other out.
We do. But I also see that in other people. So I always feel like if somebody wants to do something, I'm always like super duper happy to cheer them on and support them in doing it. Because look, life is short. Yeah. Do it, damn it, do it. Don't let you talk you out of doing something. Because you will talk you out of doing it. We will talk ourselves out of doing something real fast. So talk yourself into it. That little voice that's telling you don't do it, go on and shut him up, shut him out, and go do it. Go do it. That's right. Like I said, no such thing as can't.
No such thing as can't. I believe that.
I gotta shout out my girl Keisha on here. Such an amazing stunt double.
It's like every time I talk to you, it's like you bring the stunt community out.
Oh yeah,
like they come out in full force.
I love and respect my stunt people. Love and respect them. So yeah, absolutely.
That is dope. Tell me about the first co-star you booked.
The first co-star. I'm telling you a funny story. First co-star was this TV show, short-lived, called it was called Emily's Reasons. Emily's Reasons Why Not. That's what it was called. It was an ABC show. It was I think Heather, I can't think of her last name. Heather, lead girl on the show. White girl, blonde hair, thin, very pretty. I can't think of her name. Not Heather Hunter, it was another Heather.
Heather Locklear?
But anyway, Heather's who?
Locklear?
No, not Locklear.
Locklear.
I said Heather Hunter. Lord Jesus. Okay, let me give myself together.
All right.
Okay, so I can't think of her name, but I went in for this audition, and it was for a waitress. So I go in. It was literally one line. I go into the audition. I knew the casting director. I had been stalking the casting director, so I think they found me. Just go and give her the damn part. It's one line. She can't mess that up. So they give me the one part. I come in. I'm shooting this day. I'm excited. The show is everywhere. It's all over bus stops as I'm going in to shoot my scene. I'm like, this is going to be a big show. It's going to be huge. And I wonder how much time they spend at the restaurant that I'm a waiter at. My character name is Waitress. So it's like, it's not like my character's coming back. I book it. I go in to film it. I got one line, and I go in, and it's time for me to do my one line, and I fumble my one line. Not at the audition, but on set. Fumble. And you get in your own head. When you get in your head, it's a wrap. Because now you're judging every bit of yourself instead of just being free. Anybody can fumble a line on set acting. It's not a big deal. You just start back at one and you do it all over again. But I'm brand new to this. So now I'm in my head. And I fumbled and I felt really bad. And I didn't fumble again, but I still feel like I didn't give that one line all that I should have given that one line.
But did you recover?
I did all right. I did all right. But the lesson, and let me tell you, I think I was in the 4th episode of the show. The 1st episode aired and they cut the show. My episode never even aired. And what I did learn from that was that just relax. Don't get in your own head. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah. Just go and do it. I put too much on it. Yeah. So that was one of my first co-stars, but it's one of the most memorable ones because I fumbled one line. I was like, I got one line. How you mess up one line? I'll show you how you do it. Yeah.
That was I can say that the only time that I usually on the set I'm good. Auditions I fuck up sometimes. Depending if my agent sends me in something where I'm just like, why the fuck are you sending me in for this? Like, this is not who I am. Like, I don't know if I can deliver on this. But I did a movie and I worked with Loretta Devine.
I remember that movie. Okay,
and I've never told this story publicly, but it's Loretta Devine.
Right.
This is a woman who I remember my aunt taking me to go see her in Dreamgirls back in the day. I remember seeing this woman. As I grew up, I've seen this woman on television and film. So I don't want to fuck up with Loretta Devine.
Because this is Loretta damn Devine.
Exactly. I'm in my head, right?
Right.
And I'm in as the director, and it was directed by the lovely Christine Swanson.
Okay.
Who is a brilliant, brilliant director, and I look forward to hopefully one day working with again.
Okay.
Her energy is great. She directed the Clark Sisters movie on Lifetime.
Oh yeah.
So she was setting up. She was setting up the shots, and I was in my head going through my lines. So I'm like, right, and I'm not sure where my eyes are at. Right.
Right.
I'm just going because I'm in my head.
Right.
And I'm staring straight at Loretta Devine's chest.
As in her breath?
And I'm like, in my head. And she goes, and she breaks me and goes, are you looking at my titties? I think you're looking at my titties. Are you sure? Are you not looking at my titties? And I was like, what? No, I'm good. No, but what I'm telling you is that moment took me right out of it.
Yeah. And
it made me comfortable and it kind of broke the ice.
It's probably why she said it that way. She probably could see something in you that was probably a little tense and was like, let me loosen him up.
Absolutely. And that was the greatest gift that I really feel like I've ever gotten. Because I was so nervous about who it was that I'm not usually that tense on set. But I was
it's the. It's the Loretta Devine, absolutely. So I get it. That's pretty dope. Let me shout out Sisters with Goals. That's Laverne, Miss Laverne, the Fabulous. Let me add the Fabulous Miss Laverne.
Wait. Is swag representing?
Yes, absolutely.
Swag is
Sisters with a
representing.
Go. You know it. Yes. And my boy DeLone, who I'm gonna punch in his throat when I see him. He said I didn't eat before I went to the to do the job. That's why I fumbled my one line. I'm gonna punch him in his throat when I see him. I threaten him like weekly. That's my dude though. DeLone's good people. Shout out to DeLone.
Shout out
DeLone, another black-owned business. DeLone has a security company. He does set security. So overnight when we go home and they leave all the trailers and stuff there for the next day of shooting, his company protects and takes care of the trailers and makes sure that nobody breaks in and takes stuff. And DeLone probably eats up all the craft service and stuff. But yeah. So that's
dangerous. The craft services is dangerous.
Hella dangerous. Yeah.
You gotta be careful with that.
Absolutely.
Is that tell me about Ghost.
About
working on Ghost. Ghost Power.
I mean, can I cuss on your live?
I've done cussed already.
Okay,
I just made that decision.
Okay, listen, that Ghost was so much fun because one, he was Ghost. 1, 2, they filmed the show West Jamaica Queens.
Yeah.
Born and raised Jamaica Queens. So at West Jamaica Queens, I've been a fan of the Power franchise since its invention. Like Power is just one of the top shows. So it's a dream to get on the top show and the show West Jamaica Queens. And I just, it was a really good audition. I got to go in there grimy, I got to take off the whole shenanigans and go in there raw, and was able to channel my inner gangster girl, and that's always a dream, say, playing broken, playing beat up, playing, these raw characters with all these layers is always so much fun. And so that character had so much layers in her. And and on that show, they don't play when it comes to secrecy. So I never even knew why my character was even in jail. You don't find out nothing.
Right,
so as an actor, you better do your own backstory. You better figure out in your mind why you think this person will end up in this situation and bring that. But yeah, shout out to Mark.
That's
Mark Dark TV, Power TV. You know it, brother. He does wonderful reviews of a lot of the top shows on YouTube and really good stuff.
That's
Mark Dark TV. Yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, it was great. You ain't no complaints out of me on that one. That was wonderful. It was wonderful. I'm honored, absolutely. So.
Yeah. I think it's a role that people don't really get a chance to see you in. It's a side of you that people don't really
a lot of people don't even know that was me. A lot of people don't know it's me.
Yeah.
People are still finding out now that was me, which I love that.
Yes. That's the side of a great actress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can watch
to embody and to live someone else's truth on camera. I think that's the difference between what we do and people who just want to be famous. I think we are well, I know that we are storytellers.
Yeah.
And it's important for other people to know that we are storytellers and that our job is to tell the truth and bring humanity to characters.
We
are completely impartial to whatever it is that's going on in the story. Our job is to just be truthful.
Yeah. And to not judge the character. Not judge them.
Nope. Not
judge them. Which can be hard, depending, on what character you're playing. You can't judge the character because then you won't play it honestly.
Yeah.
You won't. Yeah.
So I want to move on because I think there's a lot coming down the pipe with this.
Okay.
But Claus, you have so many different hands in that show.
Shout out to my Claus family. I actually love Claus.
Again, beginner's hiccups because my light keep going off.
Oh, I it's all good. I don't even notice.
So
I can still see you clearly. So
I'm trying to make sure my light comes back on.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, so many hands in that show that you have. But what you do as a stunt woman and what you do as an actress, I mean, it's like I've always said that, in order to be in this business, it's imperative that you wear more than one hat. You have to. You
Yeah.
can't go in saying that I just want to do one thing and I just want to, because as creatives, I remember one time you said you just love being on set.
I
You
do.
know, it, it,
I
it,
do.
as creatives, I love the developmental process.
Okay.
I like seeing it through from start to finish. I like from script to stage. Okay, what are we going to cut? What are we going to add? How are we branching out the story? I just love seeing it come to life.
Yeah.
I like the process that it takes. So for you and Claus, because you've been such an integral part of that show, can you tell us a little bit about that journey?
Absolutely. Let me shout out Jawandi's Candies, a fabulous, fabulous stunt woman who created the stunt park for all the stunt people to cut. Shout out to my girl Jawandi's and to my husband, Sinatra Walker, who's also on here. The dopest DJ on the East Coast, in my opinion. Okay, so yes. So Claus, I'm so grateful for that show. I'm so grateful to Niecy Nash. Let me say that.
Yeah.
And for that show. Claus, the Claus family will always be a part of me. The friendships, the love, the fun that we had filming that show. It's a true blast. Shout out to New Orleans, because we filmed the show in New Orleans, and so just the people there just becomes family. So on Claus, I came on the show from the pilot
did I
as
lose
Niecy
you?
Nash's stunt double.
Okay, wait.
Okay. Okay. So I came on as Niecy Nash's stunt double for the pilot of the show, which was like in 2016, somewhere in there. And I was stunt double throughout the whole all 4 seasons. And in the 3rd season, I got a part in the show. I played a character named Sheree. Sheree is a crazy postal worker who
which is hilarious, by the way.
Thank you. She's so funny. She's so crazy. She wants to be down with Desna and the girls and that whole crew so bad. Well, the last season that's coming up, she gets her opportunity to be down with Desna and the girls. So they actually brought my character back for the 4th season. And I am in about 4 or 5 episodes of the 4th season. So, and that's Claus. The 4th season is Claus's final season. So it's just an honor just to be able to be on that show and to work with
I'm
those
excited.
girls.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Just hearing you say it, I'm super excited for you.
Yeah, and shout out to Niecy, man, because Niecy made
and
it happen.
Let me just say this. Like, a lot of times you have other people, people, you have other actors that say they're excited for people, but like, you got to understand that we watch each other's journey.
Yeah, we do.
So it's not that I'm just saying it just because. I'm saying it because we watched each other's journey. We watched each other excel. We watched
we have
fall. We watched bumps in the road. We watch it, go up a little bit. Then so when you get to a point where you see somebody who actually are at a level with their career, it's like, damn, I could just start as rising. It's a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful thing to acknowledge.
Yeah, it is. It is, and thank you. Yes, it absolutely is.
And shout out to Niecy Nash. I think one of the things that, and I only know Niecy through you, but one thing I can always say is that I feel like the reason why she is so blessed is because she's a blessing to other people. And that's a lesson that I think we should all, take from her.
Whenever Niecy's on a show, she hires somebody else is going to get a job. Whether it's her hairstylist, whether it's her makeup artist, whether it's her stunt double, whether it's somebody, like, she always looks out for other people. She's that person. She says that. And she lives by that. Let me shout out to, Firstborn, the gifted one, and to my brother Reggie. Shout out to Reggie. And my sis Crystal. Crystal is on. Crystal is never on.
Wait, I got to shout out Sean Liviano.
Yes.
Sean was a student of mine who was in one of my acting classes. And she is a writer. So she's really been doing it as far as like flexing both of her gifts as far as writer, actress, and she's moving forward a lot. I'm very proud.
I love it.
I'm very proud of her.
Congratulations to you, Sean. Congratulations to you.
Absolutely.
I see you, Sean L Productions. Okay.
So listen, I don't want to keep you for long. So I got my Oprah questions.
You ain't keeping me. Hush.
I got my Oprah questions ready for you.
Go ahead.
All right. So it's 5 questions I'm going to ask everybody that I get on this live.
Okay.
So my first question to you is, what do you know now about the business that you didn't know coming in based on your perception? So what was your perception of the business coming in versus what you know now?
I mean, how much time we got here? Because I could write a book on that. When I first joined, when I first got into the business, I thought, well, you know what? I'm gonna move to LA and I'm just gonna be an actress. That simple. You get to LA and you realize, ma'am, doesn't work quite that way, ma'am. Whether you're in New York or LA, no matter where you're at, it doesn't work quite that way. So learning the business of the business was a thing for me. And I really understand that you really must know your business. You can't just be talent. You can't just be talented. Mm-hmm. You have to really know your business. You got to handle your business. You got to stay on top of your business, because having talent is just not. There's a lot of talented people out there. A lot of talented people. But every talented person doesn't work. It's like we all know somebody that can sing. Somebody can sing their face off. Mm-hmm. And they may have been struggling to get into business for a very long time, and it just hasn't been happening for whatever reason. It's just, you have to really stay on it. And somebody said to me years ago, if you can see yourself doing something else other than working this business, you probably should go do that other thing. Because to be in this business and be successful, you have to really not be able to see yourself do anything else. Because if you have other options, you'll end up falling on the options, on the plan B of it all. And so I thought that was really, really deep. But for me, I learned coming into this, I didn't know it was this much of the business. It's show business. And I didn't know how much of that show business was business. I knew the show, but I had to learn the business. So my perspective totally changed on it. And like I always say, like you said already, is to be able to do more than one thing. You can't be a one-trick pony. You know, it will serve you to know how to do other things within this business. You can create your own path in here if you know how to do other things within this industry, not just one thing. It can make the world of difference in your life. I never thought I'd be a stunt woman. I don't even know if I knew what a stunt woman was when I moved to LA. And I know I didn't care. I didn't care what is that? What? Never thought. You know, and me writing and acting and then having friends in Juwan Dees and Natasha Hopkins, 20s Candies and Natasha Hopkins, meeting them, they were like, you should do stunts. I was like, I'm not doing no damn stunts. Like, no, I'm an actor. I'm a trained actor from New York. It's what I am.
Right.
And they were like, yeah, but you need to do some stunts. We actors too, but you need to do some stunts. And so we got together, did a short film. In the short film, the guy who played my husband was a stuntman. And so they showed me how to do this scene where he had to come into my office and beat my character up. And they walked me through the choreography of it. And I have a dance background, so I'm good with choreography. I can pick it up 1, 2, 3. And I'm athletic. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm good with 9 brothers. I'm a tomboy. So all those things came right into play.
Juwan said stunts is the best day job ever.
It is. It is. And she would know. Absolutely it is. So, I mean, and after that, we shot a scene where the dude, we did the choreography and he wrecked his office and he had to punch me in my face, knock my teeth out my mouth. It was a big dramatic scene. I spit out blood. And at the end of that, we shot that scene. I was like, okay, I think I don't want to do this. And that's where it came in. From there, I started training, and that was many years ago. So I never thought I would be doing stunts. So you have to be able to do more than one thing in this business, is what my point is of all of that.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful to running into them sisters, and you know what I mean, to be able to take me down this path.
Right.
You know?
There's no saying that successful people do what other people won't, and they do it well.
And they do it well. Absolutely. Tell them, Keisha. Keisha, true that. Must be trained always at different disciplines. Yes.
Question number 2.
Diversity portfolio. Yes. Yes.
If you
could, brother John Ollie is on Queens. Harlem, stand up.
If you could tell your 19-year-old self something, if you could encourage your 19-year-old self, what would you say?
19-year-old self? What was I doing at 19? Let me think about that. My 19-year-old self. I would say, girl, don't worry about what everybody got to say about it. Don't worry about everybody else's thoughts. Don't worry about what people. I think at 19, I think I was too concerned with what other people thought of me.
Yeah.
And I think I was probably really hard on myself walking in that judgment of other people. worrying about, you know. I would, if I could say it, I would say free yourself, sis. Free yourself of their thoughts, of their, don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what they think don't matter. And those that matter, you know, they don't care. So
they don't.
they don't. Yeah. So there it is.
They don't care at all.
Yes.
What feeds your
Yes.
spirit?
Yes. What'd you say?
What feeds your spirit?
Probably family, friends, family, love. I miss my friends and my family. I can almost get emotional behind that right now because of this damn COVID. Me and my husband had so many plans to get together with friends and family. We love entertaining, so getting together with friends and family is really I miss that, and that feeds my soul.
Especially now since I'm right across the river.
Isn't even a river dividing us? I don't even know if there's a river dividing us. It's down the road now. But yeah, so that feeds my. There's a few things that feed my soul. That feeds my soul. Being creative, being able to express my creativity, whether it's through my writing. I'm working on a project right now. I'm on episode 2 of this bad boy. Let me tell you something. Somebody gonna greenlight it. Somebody gonna greenlight it. Because I'm proud of myself of what is coming out of me for this project that I'm writing right now. I'm a little shocked at myself. And I'm not pushing myself. I'm not forcing it. I'm writing when it comes. I had to learn.
But you know, I was told that it's called spirit writing. You know, where you don't sit down and think about what it is you're going to write. It comes to you.
The spirit comes to you.
It comes to you. You right? So
yes.
So all creators create out of a place of no mind. We don't sit and think about what we want, how we want the plot to go. We sit and we're gifted with it from the universe.
Yes, absolutely. You know? Jawani's is funny. She said, "Feeds my soul is Kyle, friends, family, vodka, and working out." You know what? She has a point. She has a point. Not so much the vodka anymore, but I miss working out. I miss the gym. And my body is like, yes, sis, we're the gym. So I really just miss the gym. But I'm not fooling with the gyms. I'm not.
COVID is crazy.
So I just work out in the house now. But after working out is the best feeling ever. So I do miss it.
Question 4. What do you want your legacy to be?
That is so deep, Phil. Good. My legacy?
What would you like your legacy to be?
That she was really there. Oh wow. It's so much. I don't know. I got big dreams, so there's a big legacies. There's a whole lot of stuff. For people to really understand my intent. I don't know if that's a legacy. I don't know if that really answers the question.
No.
But my legacy being maybe that she was
believe it or not, a lot of people miss that. You know how people miss the intentions behind?
Oh, absolutely, all the time. I feel like my intentions sometimes get misconstrued. That's what probably kind of led me there. But yeah, that's what probably kind of led me there. Sean said these questions, sis. I know. I'm like,
all right, my last question.
He's getting me good. Yes, chilling. Doc said he asks hard questions, don't he? It's deep.
My last question. I'm really people. You know what, Jeanette? I don't think people realize how deep I am in my own self. Like,
you better go ahead on with yourself.
I'm very like I go in and people. I'm always cast as the funny guy. I'm always cast as the comic relief. You know, but if you ever sat down and talked to me, you would realize how introspective I am about life and the kind of books that I read, you know? So I'm always wondering if someone else asks themselves these questions as well, you know?
Yeah.
Especially because we're in an industry that what we do impacts people. Not to say that we're role models, but just the work that we do impacts people, you know, because that's what made me want to be an actor. Because other people's work impacted
you,
you know, and it may not be deep. It could be, to me, I could sit down on a Sunday afternoon. I don't know, you remember? Well, you may not remember, since you're way younger than I am. But I mean, just like Abbott and Costello and Jerry Lewis would come on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah,
and that would impact me because I was so interested in what they were doing. and how funny they were, that I wanted to, you know, impart that joy on other people.
Yes.
You
Okay.
know,
So
so that's why
you felt
I
you
think that
connected
way.
with that, right?
You know,
Okay.
so I'm sorry to look. Swag said I'm real deep, but
Yeah.
I try
Jawandi
not to.
said thank.
I tried to keep it light. My last question
No. Okay.
for the night,
Jawandi
and
said thank you for
it's
the
really
thought
not
provoking
deep. It's
question.
simple. My
Okay,
question
before
to
you
you
get to
is,
it, let me say this. Reggie gave me a really good legacy. She came, she conquered. Thank you, Brother Reg. That's why he's my brother. Thank you, Brother Reg. She came, she conquered.
yeah,
I'm with that. I love that.
yeah,
I love that. Absolutely.
yeah.
And you know what feeds my soul? I can answer that now. Have you doing a scene of a character that is so heavy and layered, and being able to go through that character's emotion and breaking them down and executing that scene, at the end of the scene, there's a release of, I don't know how to quite put into words, but something in that feeds my soul. Knowing that I just executed that scene truthfully and honestly. Something in there feeds my soul. Okay, go ahead. I'm
And
sorry.
not only that, but you've executed it. Now it's like there's going to be an audience that receives it. So you don't know how they're going to receive that. You get what I'm saying? You know how they, whether, you know, because sometimes some people, you know, the thing about being truthful as an actor is that sometimes you hold up a mirror to people you've never met, you've never encountered, and you show them themselves, right?
Absolutely.
So you just never know. So I say that to say that, you know, I don't take what we do lightly.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
You know, my last question, because I don't. People are gonna be talking about me later.
In a good way, brother. In a good way.
What are you grateful for?
Oh, so many things. I'm grateful for friendships. I love and adore people, and I have friendships that people have friends with almost all my life. I mean, I have 5-year friendships, 10-year friendships, 15-year friendships, 30-year friendships. Like I'm grateful for those. I'm grateful for the sisterhood that surrounds me. I'm grateful for my mom. I'm grateful for my husband. He's my biggest cheerleader, and he's also my biggest wrangler. Meaning, when I need somebody to get me together, he will gather me too. So you need that, you know.
What's up, Kyle?
Yeah. So I love him for that. I am grateful for. I'm grateful for my life and for freedom. I'm grateful for the opportunity to express myself creatively and to be able to make a living off of that. I'm grateful for that. Like, that is something to be grateful for, because that can be a challenging thing to do. And so I don't take it lightly. Every job I get, it is a big deal to me that I have this job. I don't take any job lightly. If it's a day play, if I book a job and I got one line, we ain't messing up one lines no more. Right. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful for all those little things. I don't take little things for granted. I'm grateful for it all. Yeah. I constantly use the word appreciate and grateful. Those 2 words are big in my vocabulary, because I'm grateful for a lot of stuff and I appreciate it. I appreciate doing this Zoom with you right now. I appreciate everybody that's on this Zoom right now. Maserati's house. What's up, nephew? How you doing? So yes. So, and who's that? Let me see. Shops by Jay. What's up? Hey. So I'm grateful for all of them. I'm grateful for everybody. So people could be doing other stuff. They're right here. Yeah, so yeah. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to that. I'm grateful you asked me to do this.
I'm grateful for them too. I'm thankful that they joined in.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for you saying yes to actually doing
the live. Yeah.
Doing the live with me, sticking it through me, saying yes to entertaining my questions as deep as they were.
Yeah.
I wish we could go back to the days of having like book clubs for like actors, because we would read a lot of acting books and we would have discussions about them, and I thought they were always dope and helpful.
Well, why don't we start one? We can still do that, right?
Yeah, I guess we can.
We can do it via Zoom even.
Yeah, that would be dope.
They can read plays and do it, and get these characters going. It's a muscle. So the more we do it, it's a workout. So.
Definitely. We need to plan that soon.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Thank you,
especially
Sean.
during COVID.
Sean is an interesting live. So
yeah. Yo, I appreciate you guys for doing it. Thank you so much. Thank you once
Yeah.
again, Jeanette.
I have a question for you before you go.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you working on? What's your next project?
My next project, I am currently writing. I'm writing.
Okay.
I have 2 television shows that I've written. One is a comedy sitcom. The other one is a single cam
Okay.
comedy show. No, dramedy.
Dramedy. Okay.
And I'm continuing to write. I'm continuing to explore the aspect of writing for script and for television and for stage. I'm looking forward to teaching again.
Okay.
Hopefully once COVID is over.
Okay.
And yeah, and I'm continuing to audition. You know, I'm trying to make peace with this online taping, this virtual taped auditions, because
you don't like the online audition.
I despise them to the 10th power.
Why? Why?
I hate it.
Why? It's the new way.
Because and it's because I guess I come from, we all need to change, yes, but I come from that time, especially coming in New York. It was like it was foot to cement. You had to. I would run all over town from one audition to the next. I would go to.
I'm on a train and go to the next audition.
Yeah,
with the script in your hand,
I miss going to Shitless Studios for audition. I remember 3 of Us studios. I miss going to 3 of Us. House of Productions. And it was a thing where we would always actors would run into each other. Like, especially if it was an audition and they were just looking for black and brown actors at that time, and we would just see each other in passing. It was like, oh, I got it 2 o'clock. They were like, yo, I just left. It would be that energy that we felt. And it was small. The pool was small because we all knew each other. So it would be the same people going to the same auditions all the time. So it wasn't like we were disconnected like we are now. And it wasn't so much that we had people who weren't really a part of that now infiltrating it. And I think that what happened with COVID and submitting through tape is that it kind of leveled the playing field. That now I'm also kind of competing with people who just decided last night that they want to be an actor, who just decided 2 years ago that they want to be. And now that we got Clubhouse, I don't mean to bash Clubhouse, but we got people who are now on Clubhouse who've only been in the game for 2 years now giving advice on how to survive it. So I have my own reasons for disliking that.
Okay.
Because, and I hate to sound like an old grumpy old man, which I'm trying to doing that. But you can't tell me shit, and you just got into business in 2020.
Got you.
You a COVID-born actor. You can't tell me shit.
Hold on, let me write that down. Hold on. A COVID-born
actor. Yes, and there's a lot of them motherfuckers on Clubhouse.
Okay, I gotta write that down.
And I'm telling you this: if you are really an actor, and if you are really doing what you're supposed to do, you ain't got time to spend fucking 20 hours on Clubhouse.
No, you don't. You really don't. Let me say this.
Are you writing something?
That whole thing that you just said about being on a train and going here, audition here, and I missed that whole thing. Meaning, I never really got that New York actor experience.
Yeah.
Where my acting really took off, I was in LA. The acting world for me. So we was driving to the next from one audition to the next audition. And LA was different. So I wasn't able
Santa Monica to Warner Brothers.
We going to the Warner Brothers lot. Now we gotta go this lot. Now we gotta go this office over here on Pico. Now I go this audition house. It's different. But let me say this: the thing in New York, especially in the 2000s of it, even before then, New York is actors. You guys are really about the art, the craft of acting.
Mm-hmm.
LA it was a little different. It was a little different. Not to say it wasn't about the acting of it. It wasn't so much about the art of being an actor. It was more so about I'm booked this job, I'm be cute, I'm be this, and I'm a certain way.
Yeah.
And okay, here we go.
I hear you now.
Let's stop for a second. So yeah, so it was a little different. So all that being said, I have an appreciation for what you said about being on the train and going from audition to audition. So, and now that I'm back in New York, it is about self-tape. I'm not mad at self-tape because I'm real. My COVID. Oh shoot, Can you? Okay. My thing was black for a second. My bear's about to go there. My the way my COVID game is set up, I'm not happy. I'm not
Chill.
fooling
That said
around.
she loved the actor studio. The actor studio was another big part of the New York community. Definitely.
So I hear you. So it's I'm hear you loud and clear on your complaints about it, but it's that thing we got to get acclimated with.
It's like I'm trying. I'm really trying my best to kind of be like, okay, here we go, and it kind of loses the you kind of lose the energy of just being in that room with other actors and getting ready. Or there were times when I may have maybe 5 auditions that day, but then at 6 o'clock that night, I'm going to a stage reading because a friend of mine's play. He just finished his play, so now we're going down to the village and we're in the Cherry Lane for a reading.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Right. So some of the people, I may saw them at 2 o'clock at a commercial audition at House Productions, but we all now in chill mode down at the Cherry Lane Theater, listening to a reading of a play.
Right.
You know, and it's just like it's but you know, times change. You know, I'm quite sure Meryl Streep and Dustin Hoffman could talk about the 70s and what it was like.
Yeah, the whole nother story.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
But thank you so much. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me. Thank you for everybody for watching.
Yes, thank you guys.
I'm gonna see you guys next Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. With another special guest that I'm really excited about. And once again, Jeanette JJ Branch, please tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me here on Instagram at JJ Branch. I have a group on Clubhouse called the Filmmakers Flex, or you can find me on Instagram. You can find them at the Filmmakers Flex on Instagram as well. But find me right here at on Instagram at JJ Branch.
Yes. And thank you once again for joining the Phil Johns VIP.
My pleasure, brother.
Thank you.
My
pleasure.
Right.
Have a good
one.
All right.
Good night.
God bless everybody. Peace out.
Thank y'all for tuning in.